So I think there's a lot of pressure in life, gosh, as an entrepreneur or even just a person, to think that we have to be everything or we have to do everything. I've been thinking about this a while, this particular example. I'm just going to shoot from the hip here. I I wonder whether it's actually useful to spend time working on our weaknesses. I remember when I became a life coach many years ago, one of the specific tenets that we utilized in life coaching was take people's strengths and build them. So it's the summer. I think Serena Williams just won Wimbledon again, and she tied Steffi Graf's record for, I think, 22 Grand Slam championships. That's amazing. And I actually don't want to talk about Serena Williams right now. I want to talk about Steffi Graf. Because I think she's an amazing example of decades of an incredibly successful career where people kept telling her to improve her weakness. She didn't. Oh, dear Lord, she didn't have a topspin backhand, and yet she dominated tennis. Prior to Serena Williams dominating tennis, Steffi Graf had quite a few amazing weapons. She had an amazing forehand, she had incredible foot speed, and she had a great serve. Bigger than all of that, she had an amazing mental game. Just an amazing amount of focus. And what she did was she Steffi Grafed the shit out of every match that she ever played. She just did her so incredibly well that who the fuck cared she didn't have a topspin backhand? She had an amazing slice backhand. She had all of these other weapons. And when it came time that she would maybe need to hit a backhand, you know what she would do? She would run all the fuck way around that ball and hit an amazing forehand because that was her. She was fast enough, and that was her weapon. And you can go watch videos. Google it now. If you've not watched Steffi Graf play tennis, other people had an all-around game. And you know what that meant? That meant they spent a lot of time on a bunch of shots when they could have just been building their strengths and kicking ass. And that's what Steffi did. She built upon her strengths and she kicked a lot of ass for a really long time and just kept focused on what she does best. And maybe you're thinking, gosh, I don't know if I have the luxury of only working on my strengths. I mean, there are areas in my business I'm not great at. Who's going to do them? Well, do you really well, and then pay someone else to do the stuff you're not great at. It is okay to be in your genius. If there weren't people that were in their genius, like, do you know this whole 10,000 hours philosophy? I know some amazing guitar players. I'm talking about traveling the world with some of the best artists ever guitar players. And they may not have amazing social skills because they spent, 10 hours a day alone with their guitar to be phenomenal. So the F what? They're amazing at what they do. And you're amazing at something that you do. And you could be dedicating more time to that instead of trying to be well-rounded and doing all of the things. We used to live in communities where a bunch of the things were taken care of. And now we're so individualistic that we kind of suck at everything, some of us. So why not put more time into being you and being awesome at what you're already great at? Stop wasting time on building on your weaknesses. Okay, do you. And do you better than anyone else could attempt to.